Hi, teachers. Welcome back to Global Learning. Now, this is our last regular full session like we've been doing all year. Because as we know, next week we go to our full hybrid schedule, and you guys, as all of us teachers, only have to do 30 minutes a day for SEL. And then the rest of the day is office hours and planning time as per our union. So, that being said, um, I know a lot of us have talked, and we've talked to Ms. Blue that we do not want global learning to end after this week. Especially a lot of students have reached out to us and said that they're excited about their projects. So we'd like to keep that going if possible. So a solution that we came up with is this: that during that morning 30 minutes for SEL time, instead of doing the district's SEL lesson plans, we'll simply do our global learning lesson plans since there is a lot of SEL involved in it. So we'll just rename our global learning to SEL time, if that works for you. That way you can just do your 30 minutes with the students, do check-in with them, see how they're doing their projects, and then they can go work independently for the next hour or so. Since they have time blocked off in their schedule to do work, they can just go do the work, and you can go back to doing your prep time. So if that's okay with you, please let us know. We know we can already talk to many of you in person, and you all say that that's fine, but we just want to make sure everybody's on the same page, so please check in with us. But for this week, for tomorrow, last time you went with the students, you went over this activity with them, right? It's their, uh, a document that they're filling out, getting ready for their project. You went over this last time with them. You introduced it to them. They had to check off the boxes which topics interest them. They had to pick two topics. Then they had to go find resources for their topics. Okay, make sure that the students actually found some topics and resources and filled them out. But for today, we want them to start narrowing down their ideas. All right, so do a check-in with them, maybe do a mood meter, see how they're feeling. Then talk with them about this. This worksheet right here is going to be assigned in the Google Classroom, so they can go ahead and open it up. We'll post it for everybody to see again too. But they can look into it, and they need to start filling this out. So what are the two topics that they researched last week? What they have a hard time with? What they have an easy time with? And moving forward, if I had to pick just one topic that relates to environmental justice, I would pick blank. They fill it in. Then they need to fill in this sheet here. Okay, this is probably one of the most important things that they need to fill in for us and for them. Okay, by filling this sheet in, obviously it's going to describe what their topic is. So we always have the opportunity to go back and look at what they're going to do for a project. But each of these green sections here, we want you to please guys go over with this with your students, read it to them and explain to them what these mean. Because if they fill these out, they will be hitting key points in the rubric. We took these bullet points here straight from the rubric. So by them filling in these boxes, they're essentially completing the rubric to ensure that they get a good grade, that they hit all the key points that we want them to talk about. So they need to talk about what environmental issue are they addressing, right? How is that impacting our environment? What are some of the key scientific words that they're going to use in whatever form of deliverable they choose to use? How does this connect to social justice? What are the issues involved? Who is involved? What is the environmental connection? And lastly, what is the impact that the social justice issue has on people around the world or in a given area? So they need to fill this out. They don't have to finish it during class, but this is key. So please stress on this. How if they do a good job filling this out, it kind of ensures that they're going to get a good grade on the rubric, because these are pretty much the key points that we're looking for in the rubric, right? What are the scientific vocabulary words? Do they understand them? What is environmental justice and social justice issues that they're looking at? That's the crux of this whole lesson, right? So please stress that with the students. Go over with them. Again, you have a full 100-minute period this week. So introduce it, let them go. Let them just work on it for the entire period and just check in with them, see how they're doing. Maybe talk to them about their ideas. Some students have already showed us their ideas, and they got some really cool ones. We got one lady who's doing a fashion theme. She's going to design her own clothing line. Really cool, really neat, unique. So talk to the students, see if they're excited about it. I know they are. So that's about it for this week. And then next week, we'll hopefully get to talk to all of you again before then and figure out how we're going to make this happen in just a 30-minute period. So please let us know if you're on board with that for the following weeks. Thank you. Take care.